Las Vegas Raiders offseason just took a massive turn, right? All offseason long, I mean, over the past 3 years, it feels like, we've been hearing rumors about Maxx Crosby potentially getting traded, and it has happened. They have traded one of the best players in the NFL, Maxx Crosby, who is coming off a surgery, injury, where, he was just ready to move on. And the Baltimore Ravens said, we'll give you pick 14, we'll give you a 2027 first round pick in a loaded class, we'll take Maxx Crosby. Listen, I'm a Raiders fan, I love Maxx Crosby, I hope he wins a Super Bowl in Baltimore, I really, really do, right? But the Las Vegas Raiders are now in a position to fully start this rebuild and just look forward to the future. And I think this was a really good trade for both sides. I want to give it an A+ for both sides. To be able to trade a guy like Max, knowing everyone knew he wanted to leave, so having no leverage but still being able to trade him, love it, right? Let's just be honest. We're going to do a mock draft here, and we're going to take Fernando Mendoza at 1. I don't care what you say, he is the pick. Now, at pick 14, and we're going to go through all of the picks, I'm going to show you what I would do personally, and I want to know what you guys would do. So, this pick 14 is so interesting to me. And obviously, a lot of this is going to stem upon what they do in free agency. But the first thing that I see here is obviously Fano's gone, the tackle from Utah. I would have thought about taking him there, if I'm being honest. From there, I'm looking at the guard from Penn State. I think he is very, very, very intriguing. Very intriguing. The only other player that I'm looking at here, actually, maybe there's two. Makai Lemon. I mean, guys, if you look at Makai Lemon and his body of work throughout college, I know there are some question marks regarding his behavior or his personality, right? But he is like Clint Kubiak's JSN. So this pick is very difficult for me because I know offensive line is so important. Now, what would Clint Kubiak do? Would he add a receiver like Makai Lemon for Fernando Mendoza? Obviously, it looks like they're going to go sign to like a Jacoby Brissett or someone in free agency to be a 4-week starter probably until Fernando Mendoza is ready. Dude, this pick is like so difficult to make for me. I want you guys to let me know in the comments right now. Who would you take? Makai Lemon, Penn State guard, or is there anyone else here you would take? I like Jordan Tyson a lot. I do. CJ Allen is a monster. But I feel like you got to go for guys that really change an organization. So I'm going to be bold here. I'm going to be very, very bold here. And I'm going to take Makai Lemon for Clint Kubiak's offense. I hope they go offensive line free agency. Listen, if you guys take the guard from Penn State, I am okay with that. But the reason I did that is because in the second round, there is someone here that I think is really damn good. And it's the Oregon guard, Emmanuel Pregnon. This guy is really damn good. I love this dude. Another Oregon guard. I think he ends up panning out. Let's take him. I think that fell perfectly. For the Raiders. Now, early third round here, another interesting position. So, we added a quarterback, we added a guard, and we added a receiver. There's still a lot more positions of need that this team needs to fill. You look at tackle, you look at D-line especially. D-line is very important. Adding an edge rusher could be interesting. I'm trying to see if there's anyone I really like here, and I see one. I see one I really like. Okay, we're going to make a decision. I want D-line. Okay, most important positions in football. Offensive line, protecting your quarterback, but defensively, getting to the opposing quarterback, okay? Need to be able to get to the opposing quarterback. Romello Height out of Texas Tech is an interesting player. Is coming off a phenomenal season. Not great in run defense, but this guy can get to the quarterback. Like, look at some of his stats. 9 sacks last year, 42 hurries. 42 hurries. Now, listen, the schedule wasn't amazing, but he was consistent. There was only 1 to 2 games where he wasn't good in. So, Romello Height's interesting. You all also have Dennis Sutton, who I don't know too much about, if I'm being completely honest here. Let's go. So, we had 8 sacks, 9 sacks, a little bit more consistency, but not as dominant as a pass rusher, but more kind of consistent and balanced when it comes to run defense, which is interesting. So if you want some guy that can do both, I mean, what's his frame? 6'5", 265, 22 years old, 6'5", 260, 22, compared to a Romello Height who is 6'3", 240, 25. Okay, so that might make a difference for me. We're looking to build long term. Romello Height's maybe a guy you draft for a win now team. So I'm actually gonna change my pick to Danny. I think younger and more balanced gives you potential to build down the line, more development time. I actually like that a lot. I actually really like that pick. I'm glad I looked at it. I do hate that Anthony Hill was there and we didn't take him though. I'm gonna be pissed. But moving on, we got quarterback, we got O-line, we got wide receiver. We could use more D-line. We could use more offensive line if we're being honest. And there's a couple of guys here that are interesting to me. Well, let's look. So Garrett Nussmeier, no, obviously not. Markel Bell out of Miami. Obviously, they just made the championship game. I don't know what the Raiders are going to do at offensive or at tackle. Obviously, you have Colton Miller and then DJ Glaze. I mean, let's just look at the depth chart right now. So Colton Miller, DJ Glaze, and that's pretty much all you got for tackle. Charles Grant. Probably Charles Grant. So you do have guys that you could probably develop, but I mean, let's just be honest. Colton Miller, we got Pregnon from Oregon, you got JPJ, you got Jordan Meredith, you got Glaze. I mean, I would still like for them to add a tackle, whether that's in the draft or free agency. Could go either way. Don't mind Markel Bell. You got a guy like Anthony Lucas out of USC, who's also interesting. He's young, right? Yeah, he's very young. 6'5", 285, 21 years old. He's young. If you want to take another shot on an edge rusher, that's probably the way to go. What's the defense look like here for the Raiders right now? So, potentially losing Malcolm Kuntz in this 3-4 defense. I'm not too sure if they're going to run a 3-4, but in Seattle, they did. So, I'm assuming that their new DC is going to have a 3-4 defense. So, you're going to want maybe an outside backer or a big defensive end to come in here and play D-tackle or end, right? But again, I'm looking at linebacker. I'm looking at edge rusher. Not much I love for linebacker. I mean, you could go the linebacker from Oregon. All right, I mean, not bad in his career. 2024, he was a lot more dominant, but he didn't play as many snaps. Very interesting pick, and I'm letting you guys be here throughout the entirety of this. I want you guys to comment down below if you're like, yo, no, that guy is available. We need to go for him. Let me know. So this guy's more of a run defender. Probably your 3-4 defensive tackle, I would assume. This is so interesting. I'm so curious to see what they do in free agency. I am going to make a selection of we're going to go linebacker out of Oregon. We're going to go Bryce. We're going to go Bryce. I wanted someone on a winning team that knows how to win football games. I feel like that fits. I mean, we're drafting some good players. I mean, think about it. You got Fernando Mendoza coming off a championship. You got 2 Oregon guys that have been in the playoffs throughout their career, right? I mean, you got guys that can win football games, that know how to win football games. All right, coming back here in the 4th round, Rashawn Benny is someone I just looked at in terms of run defense. A plugger, maybe. A 2-gapper, potentially. He's a big dude. I mean, 305 pounds, 6'4". Could be a 2-gapper there. You got a couple of tackles who are interesting. Another edge from Michigan. Trying to think. Any names really stand out to me. I would like to come and get a corner. I just don't think there's anyone that's specifically standing out to me. I mean, Malik Muhammad went to Texas. That's a good sign. Is young, 6 foot. Okay, I like the lengthy corners. I do think they go out and bring in like a Tariq Woolen. Was he good man or zone? Actually not bad run defense, which is interesting. Interesting corner there. This is where things get super interesting. But I am going to go the Michigan. Am I though? Guys, really quickly, do me a big time favor if possible. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get over 400 likes on this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free, doesn't cost anything. And let me know who are some draft prospects that you think the Raiders need to come out of the draft with. Maybe like 2 or 3. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, join the family, and let's keep going. Brian Parker looks good. Is he old? Age not even on here. Out of Duke as well. Boise State. Boise State. Nah, you know what? We're gonna go the Michigan. Dude, I'm so stumped because interior, you got Adam Butler, who they like. Maybe they move on from him and try to trade him to get some value back. We got to go interior. We got to get some interior guys. The defensive line is way too important. Let's go Michigan boy. Let's go Michigan boy. Way too important. It's way too important. D-line, O-line, super important. Okay, from here, Caleb Proctor. Why does that sound so familiar? You kind of are in a situation now where you can kind of just take best player available because you've hit a lot of needs. You still want a corner. I know they want a backup running back, and there's Nicholas Singleton here, who I really like. Now, I think they may go after a guy like Rashad White in free agency. Nicholas Singleton is interesting. Le'Veon Moss is also very interesting of a player. He's been consistent throughout his career. Huh. Is the dude... What's his name? Jay Knott. Jay Knott's here. I like Jay Knott a lot. But coming off a couple of rough seasons... Probably won't risk it there. It's too early. Do we take running back in the 5th round? Or do we go more offensive line? Like a J.C. Davis. Like J.C. Davis. We definitely need a corner. How tall is Devon Marshall out of NC State? 5'11". So more of like your nickel. More of your nickel here. You have Jeremy Chin. So if you wanted to move him back to safety. Or like, again, that could make sense. You know what, with the question marks, with the question marks you have that corner right now, I think it would be smart to take a corner here. I'm so back and forth though. Who else we got on this list? Julian Neal, 6'2". I wish I knew age. That probably plays a huge role into it. He's really good in run defense at 6'2" as well. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot actually. He had 3 touchdowns. Okay. You know what? Let's go Julian Neal. 6'2", lengthy corner. I like that. Let's go Julian Neal. We're gonna come back with the running back. I know this is a long video, guys, but I'm just here. This is off the top of the head. I had nothing planned. I just wanted to come in here and do a quick little mock draft. Okay, so now running back is kind of looking a little bit Amari Taylor. Just don't have 40 times, does it? We don't have like anything about 40 times. Well, I think they could use a pass catcher. 5'9". I do, not gonna lie to you guys. Jamal Haynes is someone I really like. Again, didn't have a great year in Georgia Tech. They were just bad overall. Jam Miller. Not had a good year as well. CJ Donaldson is interesting. Again, just didn't have a great year. I mean, there's definitely some really interesting players. Kalen Black. I remember him a lot. And I guess you pair him up with Fernando Mendoza. Screw it. Let's do it. Bring his teammate with him. We got another Indiana guy who won a championship. Aiden Fisher, linebacker. Not going to go there. Oh, Harold Perkins. Dude, Harold Perkins has potential. Harold Perkins, he's a linebacker. Probably a good stand-up edge. This dude at one point in time was supposed to be like a top 5 pick. If you guys believe me or not. Now, coming off a couple of rough years, if we're being honest here, I feel like they just moved him out of position and had him play more as an off-ball. I mean, what's his 220, 6'1"? Again, I think he could be an outside backer for you, and I like the potential. I think it's worth the shot here. I'm doing it. I don't care. I think that's a really good shot. Now, there are some other interesting guys here. Probably could use another receiver in this room. Anyone, like, really good. I never like to pass up on LSU or Ohio State wide receivers because they're usually developed really well there. But no one I'm really seeing and I'm like, I love that pickup. Shelton, interesting player from Penn State. Pat Coogan, I think would be an interesting late pick. You don't really need a center, depending on what, I mean, I guess they do need a center. Let me know in the comments, do you think that JPJ is better as a center or a guard? Because that could be definitely a big thing for the offseason. Owen, I don't know too many of these guys down here, if I'm being honest. But I wouldn't mind adding another championship type of player. I think guard is really important down here. Tackle, offensive line in general. I'm trying to look for like a good pickup. This guy's really good run block or pass blocking. You know what? Let's go this dude. Let's go Jaden Roberts. He's a good pass blocker. Play in the SEC. I can trust it. He's gone against some really good talent. I think that's a good pickup there. All right, now we're heading to the spots where I just don't really know. Another Bama center here. This guy was supposed to be really good as well. I remember hearing his name a lot before the season started. You got DJ Harvey. Doesn't look great. I mean, I love Taylor Green. I don't know how he's still here. Taylor Green is a weapon. Obviously, you don't need a quarterback. What else could they use? Oh, Andre Fuller. I know him. He's like he's a bigger corner. I like Andre Fuller. Toledo, smaller school. Let's go another corner. Another big corner that can stop the run. I don't mind it. I mean, let's see what they give us here. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. I think we hit a lot of big needs, but let's be honest. There's a lot of team needs. A lot of needs in general that this team needs to fill. And again, before we head out of here, I just want to see what they grade us. I have no idea what they're going to give us. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, turn on post notifications if you want more of these Raiders breakdowns. As time goes on, this is still very fresh, the Maxx Crosby trade. But as we start to learn more about what the plans are this offseason in free agency, we'll probably give you some more mock drafts. So join the family, turn on post notifications, and yeah, just waiting for this to load. I'll be right back, I guess. All right, well, that never loaded. I tried to refresh and it just disappeared. I waited for like 30 minutes. It never loaded. I guess the grades are never going to come. Let me know what you guys think, though. Subscribe, hit the like button, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.